So let's get started, year one. So let me just move these out of the way for a minute. I'm going to open my sketchbook and you can see I've got my work from last week and my koi fish picture, which you're going to paint next week. Now what I'm going to ask you to do is turn to the next clean page. So not this page, but leave one page and then go to the next clean page. So just in case you get any colour on your koi fish, it won't get it all dirty. Okay, you'll get the colour on this side instead, so it will protect your koi fish. Okay, because today we're just going to try out making different tones of orange, red and yellow so that we can paint this next week. Okay, so I've got my nice blank page, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this side of the paper and fold it in half, right down the middle, fold it in half like that. And then I'm going to open it out and take my ruler, and I'm going to put my ruler in the middle of the page. So there's the same amount of space here and here. And I'm going to hold my ruler in the middle, get my pencil, and I'm just going to draw a line through the middle. So I'm also going to draw, then I'm going to look at this space and I'm going to cut that space into two boxes. So put my ruler in the middle, hold it in the middle and draw a line across. And then I'm going to look at this space at the bottom. I'm going to put my ruler in the middle and draw across, so that I should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 boxes. And in each one of these boxes, we're going to put a different tone of either red, yellow or orange. Okay? So, first of all, I'm going to label my box at the top, because in this box, I'm going to use yellow. And I'm also going to add water. So that's the label I'm going to put at the top, okay? And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my water and I'm just going to take yellow, put it on my brush, stroke it on the side, and I'm just going to paint a line of yellow paint. But I know that if I add yellow paint to water, if I add water to yellow paint, this will make my colour change. Let's see if you can see what's happening to the colour when I add water. So I'm going to get some water, I'm going to get some yellow paint and put it into the spare mixing space. And then I'm going to add water to this paint. I'm going to keep adding water on my brush into this paint, because when I do this, you'll see that the colour changes. So we change the tone of the colour. I'm going to keep going, and then I'm going to try it on my test paper. And yes, you can see it's lighter, so I'm going to use my yellow and water mixture, and you can see that the colour is getting lighter. So that shows me that if I add water to yellow, it makes the colour lighter. Okay, this time I'm going to try mixing yellow and white to see what happens to the paint then. So I'm going to put some yellow paint into another space, and then I'm going to add some white paint, and let's see what's happened to the colour now. Let me test it on my test paper. And yes, that's lighter, and I'm going to leave space at the top. And can you see I've made 3 different tones of yellow. one with yellow and water, one with just yellow, and one with yellow and white. Okay, so we're going to move on to looking at red now. So first of all, I need to wash my brush. I wash it on the bottom of the pot. I stroke it on the side, and then I clean it with my tissue. Okay, make sure and then check there's no colour coming off. So first of all, I'm going to do red and water in this box. So first off, I'll just use some red, stroke it on the side, and do a line of red paint. Okay, now it's time to add red and add water to the red and see what happens. See if it gets lighter again. So just dropping some water into that dish. Okay, and giving it a good mix. Okay, and on my test paper, I'm going to try out the colour and see if it's got lighter. And yes, you can see a different tone of red. Lovely. So I know that adding water to my colour makes the tone lighter. So now again, I'm going to try red, and this time I'm going to add white paint to the red. So red and white. Let's see if I can lighten the colour again. So clean off my brush, put my red into my clean palette, clean off my brush, stroke it on the side, get rid of all that red paint, stroke it on the side, wipe it on the paper, check, and then I'm going to add some white paint to the red. And let's see if we've made a different tone. Yes, you can see it's getting even lighter. So what about if I add some more white paint? So I'm going to clean my brush again, stroke it on the side, wipe it clean, check there's no colour coming off, add another big scoop of white, and let's see what happens. Is this lighter still? Yes. So already I've made 4 different tones of red, and that means that when I do my fish painting, I can add all of those different tones of red and of white, yellow into my fish picture. Okay, now we're going to mix orange. So I think you should all be able to remember how we mix orange. Do you remember? We need to mix 2 colours together, 2 primary colours together to make orange. We mix red and yellow. Okay, so here I go. I'm going to use another space on my palette or on my paper if you're using paper. I'm going to add some red. Then I'm going to wash my brush on the bottom, stroke it on the side, wipe my brush, and then add some yellow. And let's see if we've made an orange colour. Let me try it on my test paper, and here I go. Yes, I've made an orange colour. Let me see if I can make it a lighter orange by adding some more yellow. Try it on my test paper. Yes, it's looking even more orange, a lighter orange now. Okay, so we've got 2 different tones there. What about if I add water to the orange? Orange and water. Let's see what happens now. So I'm going to scoop up some water into my palette. And then try it with water. Does it change? Yes, again it's getting lighter. And then another test I can do is to add a little bit more water and see if it continues to get lighter. Yes. So only using three different colours. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 different tones already. Okay, now I've made my orange. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to have a go at adding some white to the orange. Okay, so here I go. Get my white, drop it into the orange, and let me just write my label. Orange and white. And let's see what happens when I mix those two. I've got my test paper. Let's see. Oh yes, it's getting even. It's getting a little bit peachy now. I'm going to add a little bit more white and see what happens. And even peachier. Okay, so all of these different tones I can use when I paint my koi fish next week. Okay, so now there is one box left, and I want you to choose what you're going to do. It may be that you want to add red, water and white, or maybe you want to add more yellow to the orange, or maybe you want to add yellow and orange together. It's up to you to decide. How are you going to mix the colours together? You decide what you're going to try out with the three colours you've got. Write a little heading and then paint your box using those colours. Okay? So, good luck, Year 3. I look forward to seeing... Oh, not Year 3, my goodness, Year 1. Good luck, Year 1. I look forward to seeing your different tones of red, yellow and orange. And I'm looking forward to then painting your koi fish. Bye for now.